Hey, so today, that rhymes. Yeah. We're going to solve some one-step equation, two-step equations, combining like terms, and distributive property equations. So we already did the one step. We've done this in class, but just to remind us what we're doing. So there are two universal rules that you need to know. The first rule is that we get the variable alone. You might want to write this down somewhere. That's the whole purpose. And how do we do that? We undo what's done. So again, the whole purpose of this is to get the variable alone, isolate the variable. And how do we do that? We undo what's done. You want to make sure you know that. Hint, hint. All right, so here we have y minus 7 equals 8. That means 7 was subtracted from a number to give me 8. To figure out that number, instead of subtracting 7, we will add 7 back so we can figure out what that number was. So when we add 7 back, that's really a 7. This I don't know, there's a glitch in here, and I'm not worried too much about it. So y is equal to 15. That's a 7. All right, there we go. 14 was added to some number to give me -8. Well, if we take that 14 away, that's why we do the opposite, undo what's done. We will know that that number originally was -22. Okay, here, people get confused, but we've seen this already with the last section. B plus 34. 34 was added to B to give me 98. Well, if I take the 34 away, I will always usually write my B over here so people don't get confused. So this gives me 464. 18 was multiplied to some number to give me -216. Well, if I divide by 18, I will find out that number is -12. 4 was divided by some number to give me -13. Well, when we divide, everybody, when we multiply, we either use this dot or we use parentheses, which I'll do another time. Okay, so they cancel out. Got to cancel over here. -52. All right, so I'm not going to keep saying the same thing. Instead of multiplying by -7, we divide by -7. A lot of people think they start adding here. This is not something minus 7t. This is -7 times t. So the opposite of multiplication is division. They cancel because that gives me 1. T is equal to a -7. Down here, this looks a little crazy, but I'm trying to get the variable alone. How do I get the variable alone? Well, if I divide it by 10, then the opposite of dividing by 10 is to multiply both sides by 10. So I multiply both sides by 10. Okay, they cancel, and I get A is equal to, put this over 1, cross reduce, or multiply straight across and simplify. 5 goes into 10 2 times, so 2 times 2 is 4. Right, that's not hard. You divide it by 10, you multiply by 10. Now here represents multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, so 2/3 times z. Well, the opposite of multiplying by 2/3 is dividing by 2/3, which is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. You will see this again. So we multiply by 3/2, multiply both sides by 3/2. Put this over 1 and cross reduce. These cancel. So my z is equal to cross reduce. 2 goes into -6, -3 times. 3 times -3 is -9. Okay, again, multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 5/9 is 9/5. Put this over 1. They cancel. Cross reduce. 5 goes into 10, -10, -2 times. That's 1. -2 times 9 is -18. All right, that's one step, everybody. Let's keep it moving. I don't know why this thing keeps. Two-step equations. Again, we isolate or get the variable alone. And how do we do that? We undo what's done. We do not touch the variable. Touch last. Okay? We don't touch the variable. Touch it last. So instead of touching this, we're going to get the variable alone by doing the opposite of subtracting 4. We add 4 to both sides. So we get 2x is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 6. Now, whoever's not getting this, then there will be more than enough practice, y'all, to get this. Okay, instead of subtracting 5, we add 5. Okay, bring down what you have left over. X over 6. This should be all review from last year. Negative 3 plus 5 is a positive 2. Multiply both sides by 6, or use your dot. Cancel out. Got to cancel over here. Miss O'Neill, stop forgetting to cancel. Model for these kids. X is equal to 12. Instead of adding 15, we will subtract 15. These are two negatives. When they join together and combine, they make a larger negative, everybody. They make a larger negative. So 3x. So really, I'm adding the negatives together. Equals negative 24. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to a negative 8. See me boxing or circling my answers? That's what we do. Okay, down here. Hopefully I'm not moving too fast for y'all. So I'm going to slow down just a little bit. I can hear somebody say, he's moving too fast. Slow down. Let's just review. So instead of subtracting 4, we add 4. And we got a negative x is equal to 16. Here, everyone, what is the coefficient in front of this number? It is a 1. Is x alone? No, because there's a negative 1 beside it. The only way that x is alone is if x is by itself by being x. So we divide both sides by a negative 1. X is equal to a negative 16. Okay? Big fraction, y'all. Not hard. If I divided everything by 4 and I don't touch this yet, that means that 2 is up there with the x. We don't touch the 2 yet. That means I need to multiply everything by 4 to get the 4 off the bottom. Simple as that, y'all. It's not hard. Multiply by 4. Do not distribute this 4 to the top. You multiply by 4 to get the 4 off the bottom. I'm saying this because somebody will do it. Trust me, at least 20 of y'all. Let me bring that number down. 10. 10 of y'all will do it. All right. So x plus 2 is equal to negative 20. Now we have a one-step equation. Look at there. I forgot to say 2 steps means that I take 2 steps to solve it. 2 steps, 2 steps, 2 steps. All right, x equals negative 22. Here, instead of adding 10, we subtract 10. Negative x over 6 is equal to 9. Now here, this is a negative x, so I'm not just going to multiply by 6 because I want to get the negative away from the x, just like I wanted to get the negative away here. So no need of adding another step. Just multiply each side by what, y'all? Negative 6. That will cancel out your negative because a negative times a negative is a positive. So we're left with a positive x is equal to a negative 54. Y'all, I'm killing it on time. Oh, this video has to be at least 15 minutes long. Not at least, no more than 15 minutes long because the free app only gives you 15 minutes. So, you know, I got to rush a little bit because we're using it for the free, for the free, for the free. All right, combining like terms. We've been doing this on the homework assignment, so you should definitely know how to do this. I circle, and I want you to circle so that you can circle the sign in front of the number. So we're combining the x's. We combine variables in alphabetical order. So we have 2x minus 6x. I'm gonna make sure you see how many people write this down. I'll be looking for this alpha order. Okay? We write this down in alphabetical order. So we have 2x minus 5 minus 6x. So the variables first. I don't know what's going on with this pen. All right, 2x minus 6x gives me negative 4x, everybody. And then there's nothing to combine with the 5. This is my answer. That's not an equation. This is an expression because there is no equal sign. You might want to take note of that too. I feel that I'm going to ask that sometime soon. All right, alphabetical order. That means my x comes before my y, and my variables are first, my numbers are last. So negative 7x combining with nothing, which gives us negative 7x. All right, then we go to the y's. So positive 2y combining with a negative 5y gives me a negative 3y. Now we go to the numbers. 3 plus 8 is 11. Wonderful. I feel like y'all are smart today. Okay, even though this is squared, it is still an x, so x will come first. All right, so this is x squared. What's the coefficient in front of this x? Say it. 1. Combining with a negative 3x squared. So 1x squared minus negative 3, not minus negative 3. 1x squared minus 3x squared gives me negative 2x squared. Okay, we're not multiplying. We're doing this minus that. All right, this is our variable. X squared is just our variable. All right, then we have a negative 4y combining with a positive 2y. That gives me a negative 2y. And then the 7 is by itself. No friends, no family. I forgot to circle my answer, box it, or oval it, whatever you want to call this. All right, so 4x and negative 3x. I know y'all miss my emojis. They'll be back on the next video. I know y'all miss them. They'll be back. They'll be over here in the corner somewhere smiling at you. All right, 4x and negative 3x combine to give us x or 1x. We're too smart to write the 1. Positive 7 plus 8 gives me 15. Okay, 5x and 4x, even though I kind of looped them both together, gives me 9x. Minus 27 is lonely. Oh, gosh. Negative 6x. Ooh, I got to hurry up. And 5x gives me negative x. And then I just looked at the time. 7y. And then 28 minus 23 is 5. Playing around with y'all. Y'all play too much. All right. Okay, the next problems, ooh, I got to do this in 4 minutes, is distributive property. So water the flowers, whoever your teacher taught you. So this is 2a plus 6 equals 8. Y'all, this is a two-step equation. Balance bar, subtract 6. I'm going too fast. You can go to the video and slow it down, I guess. Divide by 2, divide by 2. A is equal to 1. Y'all know y'all got to see my check at the end. So I got to hurry up. All right, 20. Okay. Distribute. Distribute means to give out, to share. And in math, it means to multiply. Multiply everything by 5. So we get negative 10x plus 40 is equal to negative 20. All right. Subtract 40 from both sides. We'll get negative 10x is equal to negative 60. Divide by negative 10. Divide by negative 10. X is equal to 6. All right. Over here, water the flowers, or whatever they said. I just heard that for the first time last year. It's a Piedmont thing, or whoever the teacher, Ms. Peterson, Powgate, Prizak, somebody told y'all that. All right, so to get the variable alone, we subtract 16. Now, this is where sometimes y'all do weird stuff. So this cancels out. I'm not canceling out anything, y'all. I'm just, oh, my life. Get it together. All right, they cancel out, and so we get negative 2x is equal to, what's 16 minus 16, y'all? 0. So we divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. People do weird stuff. Fancy 2 right there. But this is the egg in the nest, so your answer is 0. All right? Don't do weird stuff. All right, look at here. We're killing it, son. So, yeah, I said son. Yeah, all right, cool. Okay, so this is a negative sign. I know that with that negative sign, there's a 1 there. So I'm going to distribute this negative 1 to everything on the inside. So it's giving me a negative 1x. A negative times a negative is a positive. This is where things gets rough for you all. This negative is not distributed to over here. Why? Because it's not in the parentheses. So we write down minus 2x is equal to 26. Combine these terms. Negative 2x, negative 1x gives me negative 3x plus 2 equals 26. I'm sorry about the handwriting, y'all. Balance bar. Subtract 2, subtract 2. Negative 3x is equal to what? 24. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. X is equal to 8. Killing it, son. All right. Distribute this negative 2. I got a minute and a half. 14. Y'all believe in me? I believe in me. I can do this. Equals 8 is equal to 20. All right, combine the like terms. The like terms here are numbers, y'all. They'll not always be variables. So negative 2x, 14 plus 8 is a positive 22 is equal to 20. Subtract 22, my two-step equation. Two-step. Negative 2x is equal to negative 2. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. X is 1. Come on, O'Neal. 1 minute left. Let's do this things. Okay, that's ugly, boy. So we get a negative 10 minus 2 times negative x is a negative 2x plus 4x. This is what happens when you get stuff for the free. Folks don't want to pay for stuff. And don't. Negative 2x plus 4x gives me 2x. So I'm going to write 2x minus 10 equals 40. Add 10. Add 10. 2x is equal to 50. Killing it. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. X is equal to 25. Y'all know what I have time for? Woo! Here it comes. You know, this has been a great lesson. I showed you what you can do when you believe in yourself. And since I believe in me, I'm signing off and I'm gonna talk until this time runs out. It's been great serving you all. This is what I do. This is what I went to school for. This is what I spend my life inspiring you to be better math students. So get your life together and let's kill these equations.